This video is on autism, masking, and suicide. You guys can't tell right now, but all I've thought about all night long is putting a gun in my face and pulling the trigger. It's what I thought about last night, and the night before, and the night before that, and every night for the last 3 years. See, I'm expected to be neurotypical and expected to act neurotypical. Meanwhile, I am considered weird. I have to hide the fact that I'm autistic. I have to hide the fact that I have Tourette syndrome. And it takes a lot. I mean, right now I'm trying hard not to do this with my eyes, and I'm trying hard not to sniff my nose. I got an itch in it too. And that's Tourette syndrome. Then there's the autistic part where I have to try to not sound monotone, and I put a lot of practice into that. I put a lot of practice into my facial features too. When I was younger, I used to practice in front of a mirror. I'm gonna bring up my Facebook here and try to explain with, there's a guy here by the name of Richard John. When we get overwhelmed, there's me when I'm maintaining, is what it's called, and there's me when I'm having a meltdown. What happened in Virginia in the middle of the road out there was me having a meltdown. And it was because of environmental stimuli. Part of that environmental stimuli was the situation. Part of it was where I was at. It was unfamiliar territory. And part of it was the people. People didn't understand. When I was at Lana Engelines, I was trying to explain to her that I needed her to understand autism. I needed to get help educating people on autism. And she didn't like that idea. She said, "Sean, people don't care, so you just have to deal with it. People aren't going to change." Well, I can't turn off my autism. I can hide it. I can mask it. But it gets overwhelming. Choo-choo train. Actually, I suppose I should go to Miss Peaches and our messages. Here's what I typed to Aunt V this morning. Actually, here's what I typed to her on Saturday. She hasn't talked to me in months. Actually, it's been over a year. On Saturday, I typed, "It wasn't the bullies who made me suicidal. It was the people who pretended to love me, then looked the other way. Kill me." Today, I typed, "Kill me. All I needed you to do is tell the fucking truth." While I'm typing that, literally, I'm typing this because I need her help. Without her help, I can't get the help that I need. I'm typing this because I'm suicidal. I'm thinking about blowing my head off at all points in time, and people say, "You should go see a therapist." A A therapist won't get me an honest day in court. It won't get me my disability money back. It won't get me a roof over my head. Um, Miss Peaches. I typed to her, fucking kill me. You are fucking trash. Come forward or fucking kill me. You and Raja both lied to me. Raja slandered my name on a public post. If you have a shit about me, you would have written a goddamn report. Without you verifying that I was telling the truth, I couldn't get a fucking lawyer because it was my word versus theirs. You never fucking helped me. All I fucking needed you to do is tell the fucking truth. Am I mad at her? You goddamn right I am. This is all common sense stuff. Miss Peaches knew that I was telling the truth. Miss Peaches knew that I was telling the truth about her giving me a ride. She knew I was telling the truth about a lot of things. When I said I needed help getting a lawyer, I needed her to write that shit down. I needed her to verify that I was telling the truth. Instead, she's typed some pretty fucking mean shit at me. And all I want is for my life to be over. I would really much rather have a decent life. I would much rather have Miss Peaches in my life. But she's a monster. I say that because at any point in time she could have come forward. The fact is, Miss Peaches, instead of coming forward with what she knew, she treated me like shit. Before Natalie was killed, I went to Miss Peaches and on 4 different occasions, and it wasn't until the last time that I went over there that she didn't treat me like shit. The first time that I went over there, she was going to listen to me. And then a bear woke up and treated me like shit and wouldn't mind his own goddamn business, wouldn't allow me to have a one-on-one conversation with Miss Peaches. And every time I went to talk to Miss Peaches after that, she treated me like shit. I mean, I'm having a fucking trying not to have a meltdown in her house, trying not to have a meltdown in front of her kids. I'm being as patient as I can because she said she would help. And I do need help. But she doesn't understand that because she's never been in this position because she has always had help. The help that she has guarantees that she never would have ended up in this situation. Now, when I'm able to mask what's going on, people blow me off and blow me off and blow me off because it's just not a big deal. And then when I'm freaking out and having a fucking meltdown because they blew me off and blew me off and blew me off, yeah, then I'm a terrible person and they throw me away. This isn't specific to me. I have meltdowns. That's not the same as being bipolar. I was patient. Where Miss Peaches went wrong, where I decided to make that video, where maybe it's slander, maybe it's not, that depends on your perspective. But she made zero effort to go in with me. And she claimed that she tried to go in with me. And Raja claims that they did go in with me, but they didn't. So the police are the same way. I went and talked to the sheriff here in Chapel, Nebraska on multiple occasions after Natalie died about the conduct of his officers, how they just blew me off. And then when I am suicidal over it, I want my life to end over it. And this is an autistic trait, by the way. When I'm suicidal over the abuse that I've taken and people blowing me off and brushing me off, I'm some sort of a bad person for this. I have a meltdown because I need help. I don't need to be put on suicide watch. I need a cop to do their goddamn job. That's why there needs to be autism advocates. I'm not like this because I'm a bad person. I'm not like this because I'm crazy. You drove me fucking crazy. I spoke out. I begged for help because I needed it. When Miss Peaches told me that I should have tried harder, really, I really need your help. And you fucking snapped at me for a whole fucking year before Natalie was killed. Every goddamn time I spoke to you, I need you to listen. I literally need your help. I need you to not snap at me. I need you to try to understand. Make some effort at understanding. Now I'm gonna go to this guy Richard John or messages. When I get severely overwhelmed, I don't ask people for help anymore. I just beg them to kill me because they're not going to listen. They're not going to help. They're going to distribute advice based on ignorance. They don't know the situation. So I typed to this guy this morning, I need someone to kill me. I do. I need someone to kill me. I need these people to either come forward and tell the truth, or I need them to kill me because they are literally killing me by not coming forward. Every night I can't go to sleep. I'm completely fucking traumatized by the shit that I've gone through that nobody will understand it. Nobody will try to understand it. He typed to me, "That's a heavy burden to try to place on somebody. Bro, we are all going to be dead one day. It's inevitable. Might as well just live for the experience because even though you have seen some bad days, you will see some good ones, some good days, and then bad again, then good again, etc. Just tough it out, bro." That is shitty fucking advice. This guy has no goddamn clue what's going on. We'll read into this a little bit further and you'll realize it. I typed, "I don't have any good days. I live in constant fear of police, homelessness, and everything that goes with it. I don't need advice. I need help. I can't take care of myself. I need help getting the truth out or help ending my life." He typed, "You seem like a smart dude, Sean." I am smart. That doesn't make me need any less help. Miss Peaches has help. Miss Peaches has the help that I need. Lana Engeline has the help that I need. All of these people have the help that I need, but I don't have that help. I don't have that support system. Um, he typed, "You seem like a smart dude, Sean. Just work on things that are bad. Make it your life mission to turn things around. Put some time in it and it will change." Really, he's missed 2 years of my life. I typed stop. You were spouting ignorance. I know you mean no harm by it, but the fact is that it hurts me greatly. He typed, don't tell me to stop. You messaged me, bro. Seems kind of selfish to ask someone to help end your life. I typed, I'm telling you to stop giving advice. It's not selfish to ask for help. I need help clearing my name or help killing myself. I don't need advice. I need help. He typed, I can't help you kill yourself. I typed, when your advice is to do what I am already doing, it's frustrating. Instead of focusing on the killing myself part, you could try listening to the help I need. He typed, I'm listening. Have you thought about seeing a psychologist? You know, someone you can vent to. It's helped me. I don't have any money. I don't have a functioning vehicle. I don't have a vehicle at all. I don't have a way to go see a psychologist or a therapist or any of these people. And I don't need somebody to fucking vent to. I need somebody to understand. I need someone to listen with the intent of understanding, not the intent of distributing advice. I was supposed to see a therapist 2 weeks ago. I can't go see a therapist. I don't have a way to get there. It's 30 miles away. I type, that's where everyone gets it wrong, and typing too much is left to interpretation, and I seriously need you to stop giving advice. He typed, that was a question, not advice. Meanwhile, it takes forever because it's in texting or typing. I typed, your advice will be to do things I'm already doing, or to do things I don't have the ability to do. I don't need someone to vent to. In order to listen, you would have to call. See, that's the important thing about listening. When you are typing, people interpret it however they want. If they listen to you, they can understand a little bit better because they can hear your voice. Even more so if you're in real life, they can see your facial expressions, your body movements, and that helps. That's where most of our communication comes from. It's easy for me to tell if someone's lying to me in person because of their body language. He typed, I'll call this evening. I'm working until 4:30. Are you still in Colorado? I typed, no, I have not been in Colorado since November of 2018. I'm in Chapel, Nebraska. He typed, is that where you're from originally? I typed, and this evening is fine. I was born in Nebraska, but I grew up in the system, mostly in Colorado. He typed, okay. If I'm being an asshole to you, 100% of the time I'm thinking about killing myself. If I'm to the point where I'm so frustrated that I am begging you to kill me, if I'm so frustrated that I'm typing curse words, I'm thinking about killing myself because I need help. But the help that I need is for you to come forward about what you know. This guy here, he's not going to be able to help me because he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know anything about what's happened in the last 2 years. The last he knew, I was in Colorado. I haven't been there since 2018. Meanwhile, people are allowed to get angry, but I'm not allowed to. You're allowed to find somebody attractive. I'm not allowed for them to even think that I find them attractive. I get victimized. I get treated like trash. The rules are different for you than they are for me. If you and I were judged by the same standards, I'm a better person than you are. The things that you get frustrated at, I get frustrated at. But Miss Peaches, instead of trying to understand, The first thing that she did was jump to snapping at me every fucking time. And then finally, the last time, she was going to help. Finally. Yeah, I'm an asshole. I really am. I don't have the money to take care of myself. I don't have the ability to take care of myself. I can't get a decent job because I'm weird and because I'm not physically attractive. I have to pretend like I'm one of you. And you guys, you neurotypicals, you make zero sense to me whatsoever because the rules are different for you than they are for me. Obviously, locking me up and putting drugs in me is not the right thing to do. This whole time I've been trying to get the police to do their goddamn jobs. But before that's going to happen, I need someone who understands. And nobody is going to make an effort to do that, except for other autistic people. So then I have to try to find somebody who's autistic who will help me speak. But the thing is, going and finding some autistic person who's not familiar with my situation isn't going to get Miss Peaches to come forward and tell the truth. It's not going to get Chelsea Worsing to come forward and tell the truth. All of these people who threw me away because I got frustrated, that hurt. I got frustrated because they wouldn't understand. I need your help. When it's your word versus theirs, yeah, you need help. You need someone who can verify that you're telling the truth. Miss Peaches can verify the fact that I'm telling the truth about the things that happened before Natalie died. But she never did. Now, in that video, the videos that I recorded, yeah, she verifies it in those videos. She's also pissed off at me because I recorded those videos. I wouldn't have had to record those videos if she'd have written it down. When I ask for help, I get blown off and blown off and blown off. And when I have a meltdown, instead of understanding, I get victimized for having a goddamn meltdown. Because you get the wrong idea. Natalie, she knew that I was autistic. She told me I was a lot like her brother, and her brother's autistic. But then after Virginia, she's like, "You're not autistic. You're not like my brother. My brother's autistic." Really? You just did a 180-degree turnaround, Natalie. I need your help. People are victimizing me, Natalie. I want my life to end because I'm tired of being victimized for being different. You can't do all of these things without money. My disability money was to take care of myself. Ken and Leah stole my disability money from me before Natalie was killed. After Natalie was killed, all of my disability money went to going to the court. And I begged these people to come forward. All of these people who said that they would. Miss Peaches said that she would in January of 2018. 7 months later, she still hadn't. Tabitha Michelle Cook said that she would come forward. By August of 2018, she still hadn't. To this day, she still hasn't. Chelsea Worsing, yeah, I showed these people stuff. I couldn't get a police officer to listen to me because of the mentally ill tag. I literally needed someone to go in with me. Instead of being abused for my disabilities, I needed somebody to understand them. When I'm not having a meltdown, people are like, dude, you don't have autism. You're fine. You're not autistic. Some people can tell that I'm autistic right off the bat, though, especially if they've dated somebody with autism or have had a child with autism. A lot of them can tell right away. I want my life to be over every second of every day because people that I love, people like Miss Peaches, Taylor Trujillo, people like Natalie, people like Alicia, people like Maddie Boa, didn't even try to understand. They just assumed the worst in me and treated me like shit for it. I didn't mean any of these people any harm, any of them, but I was actually harmed over their opinions. And I'm not allowed to have a meltdown or I'm a child. You're acting like a child. You're acting like a child. No, when you do it, it's acting like a child because that's the first reaction that you have. My first reaction is to be patient, and you see what patience got me: railroaded, ostracized, beaten, drugged, locked up, assaulted repeatedly. When it's your word against theirs and they can call you mentally ill, it makes it magically all right. If somebody is mentally ill, does that make it okay to victimize them? Does that make it okay to assault them? Does it make it okay to slander their name? Does it make it okay to send people after them? All of these people that I am frustrated with, those frustrations are the reason that I want to blow my goddamn head off. I want a guarantee that it's going to kill me. I want to know 100% beyond any shadow of a doubt that I will be dead and that will be it. I need my life to be over because you are never going to leave me alone. The courts are never going to leave me alone because these people didn't come forward with what they knew, because these people didn't go in with me to sit with the police. My police reports were never taken. Meanwhile, I do hate all of these people. I hate the things that they did to me. I hate the fact that they would hate it if somebody did these things to them. Even on a tiny level, they throw fucking tantrums, but they tell me I just have to take it. They distribute advice, not knowing a goddamn thing about the situation, and obviously texting is the wrong way to try to communicate. Every moment of every day, I want my life to end because of how people who claimed that they loved me treated me when I needed help. When Christopher Weaver first lost his daughter, I gave him 3 months of my life. 3 months of my life that I didn't get paid for, despite the fact that he promised he would, and then he throws it in my face that he fed me and put a roof over my head. No, Ogre, I didn't need you to feed me or put a roof over my head because you were an asshole the whole time I was there. I couldn't go see my loved ones the whole 3 months. I was too busy every day taking care of his dog and taking care of his daughter. These people expect me to be different than they are. They expect me to react in a better fashion than they do. But they expect me to be like that all the time. Miss Peaches, those of you who have listened to the videos with her, you know the things that she should have written down, the things that she should have told the police. I shouldn't have had to record her the way that I did. If she cared about me, she would have come out in public about those things. Instead of allowing people to harm me over those things that she never came forward about. She knew that people were slandering my name. She knew the truth, and she never came forward about it. But it's in those videos, and I keep getting told that it's illegal to record people without their permission. Well, the one video that Miss Peaches knew that she was being recorded, she outright lied through most of the video. She was speaking about situations that she wasn't even there for. I don't need suicide watch. I don't need drugs. I need an honest goddamn day in court, and that requires people coming forward and telling the truth. These people didn't want to understand. I don't have the means that they have. I don't have the support that they have. I don't have immediate family. You know what immediate family is? The family that lives with you. Miss Peaches lives with Raja. She lives with her 2 sons. She gets to see them every day. She has that familiarity. The guy I'm staying with, he can't verify any of this because he wasn't there for any of it. Peaches was. She doesn't care how much what she did hurt me. I hate the fact that these people didn't come forward with what they knew. And I hate the fact that they didn't kill me. I needed someone to go in with me to speak to the police. One of the videos on here is with Brett Roloff, and it's while I was in Virginia at the end of last year, and the police are gonna take me in for suicide watch again. Do you know why they didn't? Because for once there was somebody there with me. For once. Problem is, he's, at the time anyway, pretty much always fucked up on meth. He kept on promising me that he would go in with me to talk to the police. And the whole time I was up there, he just never made the time. Now then there's the assumption that because I'm intelligent, because I'm high functioning, it means that all aspects of autism are mild and they're not an issue. No, a fucking meltdown is a meltdown, whether you're considered high functioning or low functioning. Yeah, I'm an asshole. I really am. I'm an asshole to a lot of people. Everybody who played victim, I'm an asshole to. All of the people who fucked me over, I'm an asshole to. All of the people who lied, I'm an asshole to. By the time I lied, and I did lie, I lied in August of 2018. By the time I did that, I'd already been through 7 months of hell, 7 months of waiting on these people who said that they would make a police report, 7 months of waiting on them to keep their word, 7 months of abuse, waiting on them to keep their word. Meanwhile, I'm having to depend on alcoholics and meth heads and people with a history of taking advantage of me and abusing me. People who don't want to understand. The issues that I have, they're not autistic issues, the things that people hate about me so much. It's PTSD. It's the symptoms of PTSD that you hate so much. It's the way that I react to long-term abuse. I mean, if you go back and look at any of our conversations, it all starts off nice. These people say that they'll help me. And then when it comes time to help me, they have some reason why they can't. Always some reason why they can't. Always some excuse. Yeah, Sean, I said I'd do that. I can't do it right now, though. But we'll do it later. We'll do it later. We'll do it later. We'll do it later. I'll get around to it. I'll get around to it. I'll get around to it. But when this happens to you, you want help immediately, don't you? When somebody calls you mentally ill, you literally have to have an advocate. You have to have somebody there with you who understands. Anybody could be my advocate. Anyone. But you have to listen to understand. And you have to help me how I need, how I am telling you that I need. I know me. I know what my issues are. I know what my problems are. And in our messages, you can see with all of these people, for months and months and months after they said that they would do something, they still haven't done it, and still haven't done it, and still haven't done it. In order for me to get an honest day in court, I needed these people to write down what they knew. In order for me to get my money back, I needed these people to write down what they knew. They just never did because it wasn't important to them. I needed someone to treat me how I treat them. When Shannon Alvarado, her friend Marnie, disappeared, it didn't take me 7 months to do something or 2 years to do something. I posted up about her missing friend immediately. When Jamie said that she needed help moving, It didn't take me 7 months or 2 years to help her move. I helped her immediately. Same thing with Miss Jerry. I mean, when Jamie moved out of James's house, I turned around and I drove all the way to South Dakota to help her, to get her safe, and her son. I needed people to stop procrastinating and actually help. I need people to stop telling me to do things I'm already doing. And I need people, all of these people, time the same shit, the same suggestions, and I have to explain to each one of them. I have to start all over again explaining, I don't have the money. I'm not in Colorado. I haven't been in Colorado forever. I can't go to Colorado without being victimized. That's why I was living in Nebraska instead of living in Boulder after I moved. I mean, it sucked. There's a reason that I was in Nebraska after I left Virginia. It's because going to Boulder, Colorado got me victimized. There's a reason that when I was living at Ken and Leah's, I didn't hardly ever leave their garage, which is where I was paying rent to stay. I was literally living in Ken and Leah's garage, and I hardly ever left there unless people needed a rescue. Bailey Beers needed a rescue. I went and rescued her. Ocean needed a rescue. I went and rescued her. I got an idea. How about I treat you the way that you treat me? How about I treat you like shit for being neurotypical? I'm an asshole to all these people, and I begged them all to kill me. I asked for help. They promised help. They didn't deliver. They procrastinated and procrastinated and procrastinated. And for most of them, it's because they're fucking strung out on drugs or they're alcoholics. In order to get a lawyer, I would need help. I would need these people to write down what they knew, but they never did. In order to go see a therapist, I would need to be able to go see that therapist. I would need a vehicle. I would need money for gas. I would need money for insurance, or I would need someone who's willing to take me. We all need help, but neurotypicals have plenty of help for the most part. Those of you who don't, I'm sorry. It doesn't help, does it? You know what help I need? I need Peaches to come forward and tell the truth. I need Maddie Boa to come forward and tell the truth. Here's what I need from Miss Peaches. I need her to tell the truth about the situations that she was there for. She can go through my stories and verify whether a certain part was true or not, according to her understanding. The police did a lot of wrong things, things that they wouldn't have gotten away with if someone had gone in with me. But you guys seem to think that a meltdown for me, because I'm high functioning autistic, that a meltdown for me is different than it is for somebody who's considered low functioning. No, you don't have to be autistic to have a meltdown. Meltdowns come from stress. And this is an extremely fucking stressful situation where I need help. Between your words and your money, your words are what I needed in January of 2018. But the longer it took for you to use your words, the more hell I had to go through. And I didn't have the money to take care of myself. I didn't have a place to take care of myself. I'm literally begging you to help get assisted suicide legal. I'm too easy to victimize, and I'm tired of it. People victimize those who they think they can get away with victimizing. I'm easy to victimize, and everyone knows it. Please kill me.